Good evening, hockey fans. The hardcore puckhead here with another clinching update. The final two spots could have been clinched, but only one of them was locked in. Only one team officially made a clinch the playoff spot, and that team is, drumroll please, the Ottawa Senators. Congratulations to the Senators for locking in a spot in the 2017 Stanley Cup playoffs, and they did so before their game was even completed. Ottawa only needed 1 point to clinch their spot, and when the final horn sounded the third period and it was tied at 1, they got that point by reaching overtime, and so Ottawa locked in a spot in the playoffs with that. The Senators were in Boston playing against the Bruins. The Bruins scored first, but then Ottawa tied it to second. The third was uneventful. The game ended up going to a shootout with one shootout goal by the Senators being enough to give them the win. The Senators, with the victory, are in second place in the Atlantic, which is home ice, at least in that first round. At the moment, we're looking at a Senators Bruins Atlantic semifinal series, but that could change. Only a few days left. So Ottawa's in. Toronto, unfortunately, failed to clinch again. The all they had to do was defeat the Lightning to get in, and that win would have put both them and Ottawa in, but they came up short against the Bolts, and now they need the final weekend to get in. The the Bolts are still alive, and the Isles are still alive after a 3-0 win in Carolina, and it's gonna be crazy. You have a three-team race for one spot. Now, a couple of playoff series actually locked in, but I won't go into detail about that. Well, you fellow hockey fans know what's what, but I'll discuss the first round more in my recap video on Sunday after the final horn sounds, sometime after the final horn sounds of the season. But yeah. So again, the Senators have clinched, and one spot remains. The field is not complete yet. Uh, at the moment, the Leafs have a 3 point lead, 93-90 over both the Islanders and the Lightning. The Now only one game's played, only one game on Friday, and that's Tampa and Montreal. And I checked the standings and I checked my mental math. If Tampa Bay loses in regulation, they're done. So that just leaves Toronto and um, that just leaves Toronto and the Islanders. Not so. I imagine Leafs fans and Islanders fans will be watching that one game, Montreal and Tampa Bay. Um, but it's going to be a crazy, crazy final weekend. There's still a lot to decide. The Pacific Division is still up for grabs. No West series have been locked in yet. So it's still a log jam in the Western Conference entering this final weekend. But again, the Ottawa Senators are playoff bound. One spot remains, and it's down to either Toronto, the Brooklyn Islanders, as I like to call them, or the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's down to those three. Is Toronto going to get in? Are the Islanders going to get back in? Are the Lightning, who were conference finalists 2 years straight, actually going to miss the playoffs? All these questions will be answered in the final weekend. Now, only one game Friday. I will be back on here as early as Saturday in case um, Toronto actually gets that spot. Toronto has Toronto has and um, Pittsburgh and Columbus left. That's not good. That's not good if you're a Leafs fan. The Leafs have two of this year's powerhouses left in their schedule. They only need to win one of them, but still, Pittsburgh and Columbus. Ooh, that's chaotic. I hope they get it. I hope they get it done. I hate to come back here on YouTube and say, well, the Leafs collapsed. That would be very devastating. But all they have to do is just win one. So we'll see what happens in this final weekend. So again, congratulations to the Senators in the playoffs for the second time in 3 years, and we'll see happens with everything else that's left to solve. So I'll be back maybe on Saturday. I know I'll be back after Sunday's action. So until then, fellow hockey fans,